Guys, Deluded Goon, I don't really know the purpose of this video. I was reading through some Wenger comments in regards to the new signing because Lasniak. We know we're going to have, on paper, at this moment in June, we have three keepers, three left backs on the books. Whether one gets moved off or whatever happens. But at this moment, we have three. So, in regards to this moment, keeping all three is going to be terribly hard because Lasniak's new signing, you'd like to think he'll play. He's going to play games. He can play on the left side of a three with three at the back. So there's that option. He'll probably play like that at some point or in a few games or whatever. His best position is wing back. So you like to think he's obviously going to play wing back. Monreal been a low servant, for the large part been a decent and reliable left back, but it's clearly on the decline. Clearly this season has shown that yes, he finished it strongly, especially when he played at centre half. But time waits for no one, like I keep saying, and it is going to happen. He's got 2 years with the option of a third. I think he's been called up to the Spanish national side, so we've got a decision to make next season. Wenger's comments do make me think he's going to marginalise Monreal to a degree, in the sense that, of course, he'll play games. I mean, we're not in the Champions League, but we're in Europa League. We've got the league campaign, 38 games. We've got the Carling Cup, whatever it's still called, and we've got the FA Cup. And then you've got to factor in with all them games the sense of injuries. I mean, because Lasny actually doesn't really get injured, but this year he's had injury problems and he's had ligament issues or whatever in the past. If you use Arsenal logic, we have to be pessimistic when it comes to players' injury records, and you'd like to think he's going to spend some periods on the bench, and I mean on the subs bench, injury bench. I don't know why I said subs bench, but yeah. So yeah, in that regard, you'd like to think Monreal will get games and things like that. Like Wenger said, he can play in a free in defence, or he can play wing back. But if he wants to keep his place in the Spanish side, or not play space, but keeping the manager's thoughts, he might have to leave and play games, maybe a return to Spain. Kieran Gibbs has a decision to make, probably the toughest out of all three of them, in the sense that Monreal, excluding Kozlazniak because he hasn't kicked a ball for us, is clearly first choice. So does he fight Kozlazniak and see what happens? Gibbs, you're clearly the understudy. To be fair, when you're called upon for the large part, you take your chance. You don't really look rusty. You look up for it. You've captained the side in the champs this year or last season, whichever way you want to look at it. So yeah, you're very much a steady Eddie, but I wouldn't necessarily force you out. You're decent, you're homegrown, but you have a decision to make. You've been here for how long, for how many years? It's been a nice little bubble, net worth of 8 million. He's earned a little career here. It's almost a great company to work for, like I've said before. And all you've known is Arsenal, and it's almost a bubble. Now, do you burst your bubble and like Wilshere has on his loan spell, go and see that there's life outside Arsenal, actually begin your career? Because I personally believe, like, you're a steady Eddie and you're nothing to write home about. But when you're fit and you're firing, like with a lot of these left backs in England, whether it's Luke Shaw, Bertrand, Rose, and who I'm talking about now, Gibbs, they all have a case of playing for England or being England's maybe not outstanding first choice, but at that time, whenever they're in a hot patch of form, playing for England and being the clear first choice. So yeah, I do believe he can do that. I'm seeing 10 to 50. I mean, 50 million for Gibbs from Newcastle. When you consider his contract's up in 2018, of course, the homegrown aspect, we might have a decision to make. And I'm not all for forcing Gibbs out because, I mean, there's a lot of players we actually need to move on. I don't necessarily think he's, per se, one of them. Yeah, he's got a decision to make. 50 million, Arsenal, you can't turn that down for Kieran Gibbs. 1 year left in his contract, that's a decent price. You either push it to 20, because personally, I believe if I'm Newcastle, I'd offer 10, be prepared to pay 12, 13 max. Don't really think Gibbs is worth more than that. There's not really anything to suggest he's worth more than that. Gibbs is only, like I said, he's only really used when there's rest to be made, rotation in the side, or shutting out games. You've seen him come on the pitch when we basically play with two left backs to shut out a game and add more solidarity to our defensive play. So yeah, it's up to him. But too often than not, he's been on the subs bench or he's not been in the matchday squad at all. Along with El Nene, them two out of the proper established first team players have probably played the least amount of football. I'd be surprised if they've had more than 20 appearances. Of course, they will between them, but individually, I doubt it. But yeah, guys, Deluded Goon, I'm signing out. Don't really know the purpose of this video, just some thoughts. I thought I'd share it with you guys because some of you guys tell me to make more videos. But yeah, you guys know the drill. Follow me on all my socials, Deluded Gooner04 and everything, DGooner04 on Snapchat. Love to the guys that keep adding me, having interesting debates. Comment your opinions, subscribe, share it. You guys know the drill. I'm out.